Dear T4 community, we talk a lot about teachers these days, but we rarely listen to them. Therefore, I am truly excited to join the T4 World Education Week to hear from teachers and school leaders all over the world how we can impact learning together. I am particularly looking forward to the global showcase. 100 schools sharing their expertise and best practices, I believe, will be a huge motivation for other schools around the globe. I'm equally impressed by the T4 Solutions Challenge, its finalists and their solutions to real-world issues in education. This gives me hope that we can, together, turn around education globally. The Jacobs Foundation is a proud supporter of the T4 World Education Week because we share a vision to reimagine learning and education by bringing together the brightest people who understand how children learn. Let's do this together.
Hello, my name is Vikas Pota. The reason why we're organizing this global showcase for World Education Week is we believe that schools have incredible expertise in making sure that learning outcomes improve. Given the state of the world, we want to see the expertise from this particular school being replicated in schools all over our planet so that the world becomes better for everyone. That is why I congratulate this school for what it does and hope that those listening can take away conclusions as to how they should actually approach their own improvement journeys. Thank you all for participating, and I look forward to seeing you in many of the other events this coming week. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors for supporting this incredible work, without whom we couldn't have put together this global showcase. Thank you, and I wish you well for this event.
Hello, my name is Silvia Escuracchio. I am the school principal and head of innovation at Escola Bosque here in São Paulo, Brazil. First, I want to thank all of you attending the event and helping improve quality education for all. A special thanks to Vikas Pota for the initiative. It's such an honor to share with you our good practices. And as a global event, the official language is English. I have a special thank you for our amazing team, teachers, coordinators, IT, TE, for the incredible job and for being so passionate about education, so committed, and for their willingness to learn new things and reinvent themselves. With COVID-19 pandemic, we are living unprecedented times. Here in Brazil, schools closure started mid-March, and here in São Paulo, we still closed. When we started the remote learning, our goal was to keep students learning, but mainly foster and support positive mental health for them, their parents, and even our staff. We know that for students this moment it's even more complicated. They are not allowed to see their friends and teachers in person, go to school, their parents are at home with many tasks to perform, bills to pay, home office, house chores, and even with their children in homeschooling. So everybody is under stress. And for sure, we are providing many learning opportunities to our students, but we chose to bring them joy, space to share their feelings, help them cope with anxiety and feel loved. The students' outcomes are excellent. They are really learning and having support at the same time. We are following all the curriculum and no one was left behind. It's an amazing achievement. I will share my screen and show you how our teachers are being so creative and engaging students in remote learning.
At the Escola Bosque, our core value is to develop the whole child and prepare students to lead through innovation. We started our remote learning preparing our teachers, students, and parents for this new learning environment, giving them support and guidance. Especially in early education, remote classes must be engaging and hands-on. Teacher Regina is always creating activities that sparks children's curiosity. It's so rewarding to see small kids so committed with their online classes and enjoying it. Even the families are engaged. And kids love storytelling. Teachers are being very creative. This was a fun activity to discover the green color. They mixed yellow and blue ink. They have brought fruits and objects found at their homes that were green. Oh, they were so excited when Danusa brought a real fish to teach about aquatic animals. They gave the fish a name and sang songs recreating a fish swimming in the ocean. And healthy eating is always delicious, and they ate fruit the class. It's amazing how teachers reinvented themselves to spark children's creativity and participation. Having fun is an important part of the learning process, especially during distance learning. Normally, Renata brings a real caterpillar to the classroom in order to show to her little ones the butterfly metamorphosis. But now she has one at home and she is sharing every step of the transformation with her students. Nothing better than see students sharing their knowledge about the subjects. For literacy classes, we are using digital tools like whiteboard. Literacy is a challenge during remote learning, but with our teachers and coordinators' commitment, our students are going through the whole processes with success. And for sure, our students with special needs are getting a lot of attention, and we are giving personalized classes for them. For our 6-year-old students, storytelling went further. Teacher Lucia invited the author of the book to a workshop with the students, and they had a wonderful time interacting with her. They also prepared drawings and artworks based on the story. It was so cute. For special days, teachers prepared videos with music and games for the children. Mother's Day activities were very touching, many hugs and kisses. The same thing for Father's Day. It's so important to foster family bonding. We have a very famous party here in Brazil, and it was so fun for the kids to gather with the families and celebrate. Teachers prepared fun games and activities for the celebration. And kids followed the games at home. Many times, teachers gather at the school to record activities for the kids. This initiative keeps them connected with the school environment. In August, we celebrate our folklore with many folk tales and stories. Teachers prepared storytelling, arts and crafts activities. In July, we had our winter break, and to keep kids engaged in good activities, we promoted a wide range of workshops like music, kirigami, origami, cooking classes. One interesting activity was the Learn With Me, where students could share with their peers any expertise they have. And they love Minecraft workshops. Many physical activities are offered to keep students moving. And now we are going to see our elementary school teachers. They bring a hands-on, inquiry-based approach to the classroom. Elaine is our 2nd grade teacher, and she is being very creative. We are so proud of our teachers. Students' engagement, motivation, and outcomes are a reflection of their hard work. As I mentioned, it's a challenge to keep students' motivation in distance learning for such a long time, more than 6 months. So teachers found ways to bring them joy, like in this weekly activity, Toy and Play Day. Students chose a toy to present to their peers, and they also play games. Social-emotional activities are always present, like this one about respect for themselves and for others and identifying emotions. Many studies show that gratitude rewires the brain. In this activity, she promoted the gratitude pod and they wrote messages about things they were grateful for. To learn about professions, they decided what they would like to do when they grow up. They have learned many things about professions and took ownership of their own learning. They prepared very nice presentations using PowerPoint, role-playing, and they are developing many 21st century skills. More creative ways to teach the contents. And gamification is always present. Science classes are always fun. To teach about animals, she asked all the children that have animals at home to show them to their peers, explain how they take care of them. They also have maker classes with recyclable arts. Teacher Thelma is always creating new and engaging ways to teach her third grade students. She created her app, explained some contents. She uses games like math roulette in PowerPoint and also many real-life experiences. But for sure, she also promotes many cell activities. She is always creating new characters to her classes and she likes role-playing. In this class to teach about animals, she was a reporter. Sometimes the class is in her kitchen, like this one to teach grammar. Students really love these engaging classes and they learn many important concepts. Teacher Mariana asked her fourth grade students to choose a book or a story to share with their peers. When the students are protagonists, it's easier to learn. We used to foster good habits, especially during these times when children tend to move less, eat more, and sleep late. This cell activity was really nice. They shared what brings them calm and balance during the social distance. Teacher Patricia is another master of creativity. She uses many interesting strategies to teach her students. Our teachers' kitchens became part of the teaching and learning. In this class, she was teaching fractions and grammar. Even the book the students read was about a plant and how these plants can nourish us. Students prepared a presentation like a TV news about plants, recipes, and healthy eating. More creativity for remote classes. And, as always, social-emotional activities. Another nice activity is Today You Are the Teacher, where students could share their knowledge about anything they like. It boosts their self-esteem and fosters students' protagonism. And now, we have more teachers from our Dream Team. And talking about Dream Team, I want to introduce you to our wonderful coordinators who are responsible for make all this magic happen. And then our teacher Leandro is going to share some middle school good practices. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Fátima Queiroz. I am the pedagogical coordinator of Escola Bosque. It's a pleasure to participate in this event.
Hello, my name is Susana Moura. I am the pedagogical coordinator of Escola Bosque. And I am so glad to be here and share our experience with all of you.
Hello everybody. First of all, I'd like to thank for the opportunity to share our work, and it's been an honor to participate in this event that I consider extremely important for all the schools around the world. in such a difficult moment we are facing right now. I'll talk about the activities and projects developed by the middle school teachers from Escola Bosque. Let me share my screen with you. We decided not only to recreate a traditional classroom online. To keep students' attention, every meeting must be engaging and enjoyable. All the areas of knowledge have been contemplated into this process, like arts, science, PE, among others. Here, the students could develop a green mind in a different way, get involved into a project concerned about how to make the world a better place. Simple actions like using reusable bags or planting trees at home, as well learning new ways of communication to spread the concept of an engaged and reliable society coexistence. Physical education classes have been adapted for the online version, not only bringing information about exercise, sports, health living, but also practical classes by videos, teaching children to practice physical activities at home. So as a result, it was possible to engage students to keep their physical and mental health during the pandemic. Students developed such amazing school projects, recording video as you can see here in this history project about vaccine uprising. They showed their creativity, recording a video clip, interpreting the main characters involved in this moment of the history of Brazil. The book club project had already been implemented at school before pandemic, and now it continues online. Students chose one title a week to read and present it to the live classes. They represent their considerations on OneNote and recreate the book's environment using Minecraft. Taking care of emotional health helps students to think clearly and react to the urgent needs during the social confinement. Do that, students could talk about their feelings in the Dictionary of Love. This project aimed to give students new perspectives for words like gratitude, friendship, tolerance, and how do these feelings change the way they recognize their lives after pandemic. Math classes brought a fresh air to students when the teacher proposed them to research about women in science and their contribution to the world we live in. The advantage that technology brings us in breaking the barrier of distance is fundamental for teachers to continue to provide collaborative activities among students. Many virtual group projects are being conducted by the teachers developing 21st century skills. Office 365 for Education offers many excellent tools to keep everything working with interaction and quality. In this project, students created a TV news where they talk to the school community about their activities and projects developed at classes, as well the main topics that affect the society in general. Engaging students in tasks requires from us as teachers empathy and also relaxation. After all, learning is also having fun. Do that, activities on teams are relaxed, in an inviting language and closer to students. Another positive factor for the class model employed at school was the possibility of gamifying classes, bringing innovation, engagement, and fun for students. We provide everything from virtual visits to museums, zoos, to social emotional works. Teachers have worked with storytelling activities, promoting interaction and challenges, like asking students to complete the stories they have created. Students played as another characters into the story using puppets and other accessories. We have the opportunity to visualize many pedagogical aspects with teams, especially now in remote classes. Monitor the use of tools, control attendance, and student participation using Teams makes it easier for teachers. We use insights One of the team's reports that is available to teachers and parents who can even receive regular control of what was or was not delivered by the students. We can identify students with more pedagogical needs, be more assertive with them using integrated notes. We can measure all kinds of information, including which tools are used most, the type of device used to access the system, so it can simulate and guide the staff. In communication, for example, when we send a newsletter by Sway, you can measure how many people saw the statement, how long it took them to read it, and etc. Using forms was fundamental for the construction of the learning process. We regularly send this service to parents, students, and teachers, so we can proudly say that our e-learning has been a success, with very high approval rates from both parents and students. And these were some examples of the activities we have been working on remote learning. I hope you liked it. Thank you. And now, let's take a look at the incredible job that our art and music teachers are doing at school. Check this out.
Olá, sou a professora Márcia e é com muita alegria que compartilho as atividades desenvolvidas durante as aulas de arte. Os alunos criaram lindos desenhos e pinturas a partir da observação e estudo de diversificados pintores e suas obras. As releituras foram produzidas através do uso de vários aplicativos e técnicas. Estudaram cores, formas, linhas, texturas, estilos e personalizaram seus trabalhos com o uso da tecnologia. Utilizaram café e pigmentos naturais, descobrindo lindos efeitos gráficos. Construíram formas tridimensionais, observaram e produziram objetos pessoais e decorativos. Criaram ilustrações, respeitando sempre o meio ambiente. E fizeram visitas virtuais, contextualizando a arte e valorizando seus patrimônios, sempre com muita alegria e criatividade.
Olá, sou Ana Sacramento, professora de música, e vou apresentar como as aulas foram desenvolvidas durante o ensino remoto, tendo como base o fazer musical com os objetos do cotidiano, a escuta ativa como parte importante na conscientização do universo sonoro, a criação musical, melódica e rítmica como um modo de exercitar a criatividade e a gamificação como uma ferramenta de aprendizagem musical.
O lobo veio correndo atrás dela e... Miau!
Olá, eu sou Toninho, professor de Educação Física da Escola Bosque, e a questão é, qual a importância da educação física online nesse momento de pandemia? Nós criamos várias atividades, foi desafiador, mas o importante é manter a criança ativa fisicamente e mentalmente. Movimentem-se e fiquem bem. Agora nós vamos fazer uma brincadeira e um jogo. A brincadeira é jogar em dupla. Eu vou escolher um amigo e vou jogar em dupla. Lanço para ele. E aí você lança de volta para o seu amigo. Isso! E essa vai ser a nossa brincadeira em dupla.
Hello, my name is Acho Delphine. I'm from Cameroon in Africa. I got to Brazil in search of greener pastures. So when I got here, I realized that I had a passion in teaching. So Escola Bosque gave me an opportunity to do internship with them. So I did internship for a period of time with them. And after some time, I started taking training. I've been taking a lot of training, and I think I'm a better teacher now. So I have decided to use my culture to teach my students. I've used the food type, dressing, why the stories in fabrics and all those things to teach my students. And I think that is part of quality education. By bringing culture into education, we blend learning and we integrate teaching. So that is my take on quality education. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Fabiano Paludetti. I'm a technological coordinator and tech teacher at Escola Bosque. I'm also a MI expert and my master trainer and Minecraft global mentor, and I'm very excited in participating in this event.
Now I'm going to introduce you to Rony Pasquetto, Innovation Leader at Big Brain Education, our teacher's training partner. He's also going to explain the 5 steps to help every school innovate.
Hello everyone, hi, hello. Thank you, Silvia. Thank you, our Escola Bosque staff team, to having me here to this kind invitation. I'm really honored to be here. I will share my screen to start this presentation, okay? Okay, so we're gonna start talking about this education transformation framework. And please feel free to reach me at rony@bigbrain.com.br. And at Big Brain, we create digital experiences for institutions all over Brazil. We are a Microsoft partner. We create this experience using Microsoft technology. Today, we're going to talk about this education transformation framework and all the history of this good partnership with Escola Bosque, which stands now almost 3 years. We do believe that we have 5 crucial steps for digital transformation in education. It starts with a good diagnosis, technology, professional learning for teachers, content and practice, and also support. Starting with diagnosis, it means that we're going to start with a good map, with a good understanding how the leader's vision of that institution, because every institution has his own goal, has his own achievement goal. And with this diagnosis, all other steps are kind of an unfolding of this diagnosis. With this diagnosis, we try to understand how is the maturity level of that institution. So we can understand how is the practice, how the teachers use the technology. And so we can create a map, we can create a path, we can create a trail so we can follow up and have progress, and we can reach new steps in every new project. So we can identify how the institution use the internet, use artificial intelligence, use STEM and other kind of technologies. So the diagnosis, essentially, it's a map. It's the leader's vision that will unfold and fit the educational projects that will unfold from there. First of all, defining this diagnosis, the second part is to deploy and to adapt the technology. It's not just to choose from Microsoft, Google, or even Zoom to have this technology. We understand that this technology must fit the school culture. We must think in security, integrality of the information, and also the integration. So the tech preparation is very important, but because we want to understand that technology we must understand it as an extension of the classroom. So this is why we create this kind of integration, like Office 365 and Microsoft Teams. We create this mirroring, we create this integration so that every teacher and every student, when enters into Microsoft Teams, see his colleagues, his students inside the Microsoft Teams. So in a way that this technology, it's an extension of the physical building of that school, of that institution. It's not another tool that eventually the principal wants that the teachers might use, because teachers don't want to spend precious time setting up Microsoft Teams, setting security configuration, or even adding or removing students. So it needs to be in place in order to teachers to use the technology. So it's a fundamental part. Teachers want to enter in the Microsoft Teams as even as like a physical classroom. Every student, the chalkboard, everything in place. So starting with this good diagnosis, and then we putting the technology in place. We have the new step, the professional learning for teachers. It's a step that making teachers know how to use this technology. So a good diagnosis, the technology preparation, and now teachers know how to use this technology. But always starts with the diagnosis, the vision of the leader. Like in Escola Bosque, for instance, we set a vision that every teacher in school would became a Microsoft Innovative Educator expert, which is a credential that they can use not only in Escola Bosque, but for their professional lives as well. So this recognition part is very important. And also other thing that's very important in this program, it's that the class segmentation, making teachers more comfortable, making questions, having peer-to-peer experiences, and make them comfortable asking questions, like because there are teachers that are more used to use the technology, but that is something new for them, and we have to respect that, creating classes and segmentation for every skill level inside the institution. They need confidence to digitally migrate. The other point that is very important, because again, we define a vision with a good diagnosis, we set up the technology, now the teachers know how to use this technology, and naturally good things will emerge. And we want to make that teachers have the opportunity to share their experiences. This is why we created this kind of app like Trilhas de Aprendizagem or Learning Paths, that is the opportunity for teachers not only do a good self-assessment or even a self-development, but it's opportunity to share his experience, that even if there's a teachers who will be struggling with Microsoft Forms or Teams, they can have the other teachers' experience to have them the opportunity to thrive and level up the entire organization. And so this is the 5 steps for digital transformation education. Also there's the support. The support, it's not the step itself, but it's a service that will follow every step in the digital transformation framework, which is very important, because it's like I used to joke, it's like a panic button for teachers, but it's a panic button not for IT staff to help teachers, but to teachers help teachers with their own language and own practices, to have examples and so on, in a way that those 5 pillars not necessarily are one after another, but in a fundamental way, they can start in a parallel way, that you can create a good environment and essentially a good culture inside your institution. So that's it. I think this is the 5 steps for digital transformation education. I think you're open for questions now. Let me see here that there a questioning. Oh, here we are. How the support parts work? Okay, the support for teachers works. Yes, that's a good question. Well, it's come from Gisele from Rio de Janeiro. Oh, yes. Okay, Gisele, it's essentially a service that we make available for all teachers to open a ticket, like an IT ticket. If your computer doesn't work, what you do? You open a ticket and maybe talk to someone who understands all the technology. But here we're talking about pedagogical support. This support pedagogical, it works just like in IT, but for all the main reasons that the teacher would open a ticket. I just want to do a science fair with Minecraft. I just want to do a test with Microsoft Forms. How I do that, and the teachers can help those teachers inside the classroom. So let me see if there are any more questions. Okay. No more question. Okay, Sylvia, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And I would like to thanks to Escola Bosque and the STAR staff. Congratulations for the nomination again. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Rony. And I want to thank all of you for attending the event. We hope we can all unite our forces to improve quality education. Thanks again to Vikas Pota and his team, Kirsten, Brian, Omar, and another special thank you for our excellent partner, Big Brain Education, for their partnership and support. Now we will have a final message from the event sponsors, Lego Education Foundation and Rosetta Stone. Thank you very much.
Fast-paced social, economic and technology-driven change is redefining our world. And having a broad range of skills such as creativity and problem solving has become far more important than being able to memorize information. To redefine how our children learn and to empower them for the future, parents, teachers and policymakers must stop overlooking a powerful part of the solution: learning through play. Play is the rocket fuel of child development, and there is a growing body of evidence to support that play is fundamental for children's positive growth and well-being over time. It is also an essential way to foster the skills required to thrive in today's world. The LEGO Foundation aims to build a future in which learning through play empowers children to become creative, engaged, lifelong learners. To do so, we work with a range of partners around the world to change the hearts and minds of all of those who influence children's lives through our programs, research and advocacy, so they can all embrace the transformative power of play. Examples of what we do include making sure that caregivers, practitioners and policymakers understand the importance of play, investigating, testing and scaling new ways to bring play-based learning into homes and schools, using play to help millions of the world's most vulnerable children cope with adverse childhood experiences and toxic stress, or conducting research with some of the world's leading research institutions. Please visit our website and follow us on social media to learn more.
Language connects us all. It's how friendships are formed, ideas are shared, and lessons are learned. Language is how we find understanding and express love. It's how we communicate our successes, both big and small. It lays the groundwork for learning and growth. And for an increasingly diverse student population, it can be the key to achievement in school and beyond. That's why Rosetta Stone Education is dedicated to language and literacy. We offer solutions designed to support teachers and their emergent bilingual students, recognizing and celebrating the knowledge, culture, and languages they bring to our classrooms. Our products are founded on the adaptive blended learning model for individual needs, continuous progress monitoring for better learning outcomes, and culturally responsive pedagogies for more inclusive classrooms. With solutions aligned with proficiency standards, we support language learning while exploring academic subject areas, paving the way to better outcomes. Because for all of us, language is everything.